Chinese Secret Service, you know. Like,
oh yeah, I forgot because you've been chased by KGB and stuff.
I've had a lot of funny stories, definitely. You know, it's funny because my father was sent into exile by the CIA in the 1950s because he was a communist. Because in those days, the Americans wanted Greece to not be under the communist bloc. Well, my father was a communist, so they kicked out of the communists. You know?
Yeah.
And then it's funny that having my experience with the KGB, the FSB agents at the in Star City, Moscow. So it's like I've always had a political thing, you know. And it's funny because now I'm going to Greece. I'll be in Greece in about a week's time. I'm actually looking at setting up a Greek political party.
Oh wow.
I'm thinking about, but perhaps Nik Halik may be going into politics in the next 10 years. So.
And
that story's still unfolding. You know, I haven't yet to decide, but I'm getting the Greek government's going to give me my citizenship. Passport.
And what side would you support? Democrats?
Basically what I want is I want to just wean the people off academia because academia just teaches how to get a job.
Yes.
I want to teach them how to become entrepreneurial, how to become business leaders, you know, because Greece just basically produces sheeple, you know, and I want to basically produce. I want to give them that. I'm not looking for motivation. I want to instill them that inspiration, you know, that confidence to go out and create their own businesses, kind of thing, as opposed to being reliant on the government every time. You know, so it's a big problem.
And how will that work if you don't teach entrepreneurship in college? How will you teach them?
Basically, I'm talking about like rehabilitating all the teachers and redrafting all the curriculums.
Oh, that's
big process kind of
great.
thing too. But it's not just that; it's also a lot of social programs. You know, I want to just read, you know, the whole thing. They've got problems with immigration, foreign policy. But I've got a lot of opinions. I've got a lot of ideas in relation to what they should do to better a system kind of thing too. So it's a long-term plan. It could be like a 10 or 15-year plan, but perhaps it's the next. I feel look, every 10 years you should always redesign your life. It should be like a new chapter to your life. So we'll see how it transpires.
Wonderful. And what is the biggest difference between sheeple, as they say,
Yeah.
and world-class people?
The sheeple fraternity is basically people who are basically spat into the workforce by the system. Because the system is designed to make sure that you've taken a lot of debt, that you have one job, repeated 1 year by 40 times over. And effectively, you basically, you know, you're servicing the system by working. And people who are part of the sheeple fraternity, which I call it, you're working 5 days a week and you have 2 days off. See, I truly believe in a 7-day weekend lifestyle, and no more than 1 hour per day. You know, I believe in taking time out to emotionally purge, aerate, ventilate the soul, and do whatever you desire, like live life in your own terms and conditions.
Yeah. So what is the biggest difference in mentality, world class and an average person?
Yeah, well, a lot of individuals are so hooked up to the system. You know, they're so connected to it, and effectively they've lost out of the big picture. They've lost their faculty of thinking, you know, and it's just become a warehouse of facts. Where I challenge everything I hear. I probe, I challenge the status quo, and I truly believe there is a better life out there. And what I do is this, I find it, you know, I don't procrastinate, I don't fertilize fear, I get it started. I do whatever it takes, and I make it work. You know, I look for solutions, and I alter the course of life. You know, I change the paradigm, and pretty much, you know, I calibrate on a different energy at all times.
And you're so successful, you don't have to work anymore or do anything. What drives you every morning? You wake up and you go.
Yeah, I wake up, I look at one particular website. It's nikhalikexpiry.com, and I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
nikhalikexpiry.com. It's a website with a countdown clock. This countdown clock is the countdown clock of my life. It's counting down. In other words, I already know how long I'm going to live for. It sounds crazy, but I already know. I feel it. I've embraced it on a cellular level. I know exactly how long I'm going to live for. And what I've done is I've actually produced a countdown clock. It's a digital clock which tells me how many days I've got, how many hours, how many minutes, how many seconds, how many milliseconds left of my life. And I look at it every day. And let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you think that does to you? If you look at that every morning, what would you do?
It drives you and motivates you to get more
You
stuff done.
value your time.
Yeah.
More selective as to who you share your time with. And you want to basically move mountains. You want to inspire the world. You want to emotionally and financially inspire the rest of the world. And I look at that. I spend 5 minutes looking at that every day. I close my eyes. That's my meditation every morning. And that's how I get so much done in my life.
What was the best thing you have done in your business to 10 times your income?
Well, for me, it's not just the money. I mean, money to me is irrelevant now.
Yeah.
You know, because I've got a formula for making money irrespective of where I am. I could be anywhere in the world. And for me, I can be anywhere in the world with one of these devices, and I know how to monetize my life. And by monetizing my life, I'm monetizing my passion. I'm doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, it's not just a business. It's not just money anymore. It's I want to share my knowledge, and I want to inspire. I want to be that beacon of light. I want to be that lighthouse. I want to illuminate the path for others to follow. I want to be the conduit, which basically the catalyst in changing people. And that's my legacy. I mean, it's my purpose, to inspire individuals, and catapult and transform their lives to the highest level.
What is your biggest passion in life?
I will say definitely helping and diffusing people's problems, definitely, whether it's emotionally or financially.
And how an average person can break through into world class and become like yourself?
Well, start to think a lot more different. Set the parameters as to who you invite into your life. Develop a filtering system. We all drive a car. A filter is every car has an engine, right?
Yeah.
There is a filter in an engine. What is the role of the filter?
To filter out dirt.
To remove all the impurities. Well,
Yes.
guess what? We have a filter here, but yet we've never changed our filter. What happens? If you owned a car and you never changed the filter in the engine, what would happen to your car after 20 years?
Breaks down.
It breaks down. Well, it's going to operate on like 1 or 2 cylinders, right? Well, guess what? People break down. There is so much potential that could be calibrating on the highest energy, but what's happening? They're calibrating on what? Low energy. You know what low energy equals? Disease. That's why there are so many sick people in the world. Yeah. Because low energy is disease. High energy is what? At ease, because you're calibrating on a different sphere of influence. So what I say to people is like, work on yourself, be in the orbit of individuals that are transmitting the highest frequency of wisdom at all times. Be around people that inspire you, because if you're hanging out with 9 losers, guess who loser number 10 is? It's you.
And how important is environment? People you surround yourself.
Everything. Stop being busy every time. Be productive. Change the course of your life. Be around positive people. Be around individuals that are transmitting wisdom. Individuals that you can learn from. And I say to people, look, if you're the smartest person in your group of friends, find new friends.
You already mentioned at the beginning about education, but it was about Greece. Do you have an opinion on traditional college education in the US?
Well, look, I am pro-education, but I'm anti-academia.
Okay.
Because academia teaches you how to get a job.
Yeah.
Where an education teaches you to become an entrepreneur. And by entrepreneurship, I'm referring to becoming more of a compassionate capitalist, right? Where a percentage of your wealth goes to charities, where you're helping other individuals. Because in life, you will only be measured by your what? Your contribution. Okay? So what I'm saying is, make a difference. It's great to go out there and generate a lot of money, a lot of wealth, but make a difference. Do it the right way. On the right calibration of life, that is.
How do you feed your mind every day? Books or people?
I like to read. I like to read books. I like to read people's stories. Rags to riches kind of things. I'm not interested in individuals who basically inherited wealth. That's not rule. Power.
Yeah.
I like individuals that had nothing and created something out of it. I like individuals who have a brand. I like entrepreneurial stories,
Yeah.
But I also like individuals who have got unique stories that basically sets them apart, because some individuals are drowning in a sea of sameness because everybody's the same.
Well, I hope next time you can read my book.
Yes, definitely. I do have your book,
story,
and I've already been through quite a few pages of it. But and look, I truly believe everybody has a very unique story.
Yes.
Everyone has something very unique to bring to the table, kind of thing too. And it's our time to inspire, just like you're inspiring right now.
Thank you. And my biggest passion is health, because I believe if you're not healthy, you cannot do great. So do you have any rituals you do every day to keep yourself healthy?
2 liters of water every day. Fruit. A lot of fruit.
Green apple.
Water, yes. Yes, I love my green apples and bananas, whatever too. I mean, I grew up, I love fruit. That's my every morning. Greek yogurt, olive oil, and I just drink a lot of water every time, But it's not just that, it's also the emotional aspect of your life too. And I plan to be around for a very long time. I plan to be a centenarian. My grandmother was 109 when she passed away. My grandfather was 101. So it's in my genes. We plan to be around for a very long time,
Awesome.
So genetically wise too. So I plan to see, I won't tell you which age it is, but go to Nik Halik Expiry and you can sort of work out what my expiry date is. And I'll be well into my 100s,
Nice.
with my faculty and my health.
That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I was gonna ask some. Oh, okay. What is the best question me or somebody else we should ask a mentor? Like, you know,
the best question to ask me?
To ask a mentor, yeah, you or any other mentor. What should we ask?
I would say, where did it all go wrong, and what did you learn from those mistakes? Because you can learn more from a person from the mistakes than a person just talking about the successes. See, for me, I love calamity. I love obstacles. I love hurdles in life. Why? Because I confront them, I embrace them, and they're valuable turning points in my life. It's kind of like they're like halogen moments of certainty, which basically alter the course of doing things. For example, like you start to define what not to do in the future kind of thing. So for me, I love that type of scenario. Like ask questions.